Which
See, that's the trouble. Nobody's in charge anymore. You imagine our grandparents, those that we've already put to rest. Don't you know that they are just probably rolling in their grave thinking that the entire American population is actually sitting around going, well, let's see. We took care of Hitler. We won 2 world wars. We've sent men to the moon and brought them home again. But we just don't know how to stop that little boy with a pistol. Smack him. See, my parents would smack me when I needed it. And look how I turned out. I would love to have seen some suit-wearing bureaucrat come up on my daddy's front porch and tell him he couldn't spank his kids no more. That'd be one dead civil servant. It's not the kids' fault, though. It's the breakfast we're feeding them. When you and I were little, we had a good fun breakfast. It was still okay to be a kid in America. And now everybody's so health conscious at the age of 2. At the age of 2, you got parents giving a 2-year-old healthy products. We need jawbreakers and Tootsie Rolls. Sugar. We need to lose our teeth. Eat some dirt, damn it. Eat some dirt. Me and you, we had a good fun breakfast. Captain Crunch, Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops, damn Fruit Loops. We put a half a bowl of sugar and our teeth fell out, but we were happy. And look what the kids have now, because some of the adults are eating it. Fruit and fiber, fruit and fiber. Have you seen that? Little dried up hard banana chips. It looks like rock, it tastes like rock. Little dried up hard raisins. You know it looks like nose boogers. You know it does. The fiber looks like the hair on a Cabbage Patch doll. That's why kids kill each other in school. They're pissed off about breakfast. Yeah, you ever heard somebody say this? I'm out of work, I don't have any money, I can't go anywhere, but I still like to see other people have a good time. Liars, liars, liars. I'm going to be honest with you, if I'm miserable, I'm going to mess up somebody's life. Here's what you can do. If you're not working, all you're doing is watching television. So any day, Monday through Friday, right at lunchtime when McDonald's is the busiest, go through their drive-in window, order a bunch of stuff, then pretend your car won't start. Just sit there and block the window. Sometimes you'll have cars lined up a half mile. And every one of them's got to be back to work in 30 minutes. Except you. And you ain't got diddly squat today. Just get out and sit on the hood. Wave at them. You can talk to them if you want to. You can say things like, how long y'all get for lunch?
And I think before I get started here, I'll just give you an update on some kin folks. Some of you know about this already. We all love our kin folks, but we have one or two we don't want to see too often. I got a cousin that way. I see him every 2 or 3 months. We have lunch, catch up on times, you know. He's always bragging about something. In the past year or so, he's been bragging about getting a brand new 6-quart crock pot. He don't have it yet. He put it on layaway. He goes on and on and on about that damn crock pot. He'll ask me, he says, he'll tell me about the crock pot like I don't know about it. He says, here's what you can do with a crock pot. You can put a dead chicken. He could have just said chicken. You can put a dead chicken in a crock pot early in the morning, turn it on low, and when you get home from work in the evening, it'll be ready to eat. Ain't that something? I said, yeah, but you don't work. I said, hell, you're there all damn day. He goes, well, I'm just saying, yeah. For as long as I can remember, he's never had a full-time regular job, you know. He don't know how to fill out a job application. Whereas his nearest relative, he'll put 12 miles. In case of emergency call, he'll write in like 911. See, he gets that attitude. His whole family is crazy. Have you folks ever been around people who will talk back to the television? Ah, damn. His dad, my uncle, God rest his soul, would do that. Remember back in the 80s, there's a popular TV show called Knight Rider, the talking car. That was my uncle's favorite show. The minute that show started, he'd go, "I'll bet you a dime to a donut that somebody else is doing that voice." I'm like, "Oh, you reckon?" Our Miss Piggy would come on the TV screen. He'd go, "I bet you that's not a real pig." A real pig wouldn't wear a dress like that. And I will tell you this, and I'll move on. This may not be funny, but I'm going to tell you anyway. My cousin, he loves jalapeno peppers. And so do I love hot peppers. But he calls it jalapeno pepper. He'll say to a waitress, "Do y'all have jalapeno?" "You mean jalapeno?" "No, damn it, jalapeno." That's right. He will point to that jar of pepper. He says, "See right there? That's a J. That's jalapeno." And I made the mistake of trying to explain that to him. I said, "I know it's a J, but it's pronounced with an H. It's like the word Jose. The word Jose is Jose, but it's pronounced with an H." He goes, "That don't make no damn sense. If that made sense, then Jello would be hello." It's just like it just gives you a damn headache. But he gets all that from his father. This was years ago. We've all been told, this is common knowledge, that 75% of all fatal car accidents usually occur within a 20-mile radius of where we live. When he heard that, he moved. He said, "That ain't gonna happen to me."
And I don't know if it's true or not, but I've heard rumors that Kmart now has a brain surgeon on their payroll. I mean, it's kind of obvious those cashiers got their lobotomy somewhere. You ever heard somebody say this? "I think I'll make a quick stop here at Kmart." Not likely, no. Takes you 30 seconds to find what you want and the rest of your life to get through checkout. Now, let me illustrate this for you very quickly. It's Saturday morning, you're off work, you're cleaning the apartment. You need one can of Comet for the bathroom, that's all you need. You run over to Kmart, you know you won't be in there long, so you park where it says no parking. You leave the motor running. You dummy. But sure enough, once you get in the store, it only takes you about 30 seconds to find what you want. You got your hand on this can of Comet. And you're so happy. You're almost bubbly. Store's not crowded. Matter of fact, you're the only one there. Now you get up there to pay for it. It's just you, one can of Comet, and the Kmart cashier. And you know what she's like? Sir, these are 2 for $1. And you just got 1. Well, of course she's stumped. What a math problem. Customer assistance, register 1. Now, you just have to trust me on this. All this happened beginning in 1983, and let me explain that to you. And you go to the library and the archives and look this up. In the summer of 1983, USA Today did a 2-part cover story on the shortage of fiber in the American diet. This is a true thing. And they concluded that if you and I didn't start eating fiber morning, noon, and night, we was all going to get colon cancer and be dead by next Thursday. And like the blind sheep we have become, we just followed that hook, line, and sinker. And we all got scared to death to eat normal anymore. We had to have that fiber. Everything had to be all natural. Fiber, fiber, fiber. Had to have it. That's why we can't get anything done in this country no more. We're all day. While we're on the crapper, the Japanese are building cars. In Japan, they just shit once a week. That's where they got that word bonsai. And we got scared of the food. Here's how scared we got. Started that whining about the law, whine about the law, whine. They ought to have a law. We need a labeling law. So that when I buy a can of goods at the store, on the label, there'll be listed everything that's in the can. I need to know before I buy it what's in the can. I need to know. That's why it takes the American people 5 hours to buy groceries now. It ain't the traffic, it ain't the checkout line, it's because you're reading that stuff. When you go to the grocery store next time, watch them. They'll just park the buggy. They'll park the buggy. They'll just park the damn buggy. Speaking of fiber. Oh, but hell, it's what you're used to. They'll park the buggy, they'll start to read it. Just read it before they put it in the buggy. Just read it. Just read it. I'm not a brilliant person, but trust me on this. If it says beans, damn it, it's beans. You know, if I could be serious for a moment. You know, you hear people say all the time that we Americans aren't as civilized as we used to be, not as humane as we once were. After all these years that have gone by, half the people blame that on Vietnam, the other half blame it on Watergate. I blame the whole situation on Colonel Sanders. And I know you're sitting there and you're saying, I hope he explains that. I will, that's my job. You realize before Colonel Sanders came along, the only thing that ate dinner out of a bucket was a hog? Now he's got everybody doing it. Let's say you go down to the Kentucky Fried Store. They're waiting on the man in front of you. He's about 5'8". He weighs 340 pounds. He can't hardly breathe. And I'm glad to see y'all find that funny. Yeah, man's gasping for air. Yeah, we'll laugh at that. You're my kind of people. Now, you know how they got the menu on the wall over the counter? All this man can do is breathe and point. Like, and the girl says, "Can I help you?" I feel so stupid doing this. At this point in the show every night, you know what thought goes through my mind? James, why don't you just go get a job? It's too late. You know, I could have been a forklift operator. I could. My dad was, and his dad before him. When I got out of high school, my dad could have got me on down there at the plant where he works, just like that. But did I take it? No. I want a bucket of chicken. And then the girl says something ridiculous like, how do you want that cooked? You want original, extra crispy, or what? Trust me, people, this man don't care. She could spit in there, he don't care. Give him a live chicken, he'll kill it. She's talking to a human being that's about to eat a bucket of food. Everybody's got one person in their family or one close relative that is so stupid. It's the one you can't argue with. I tell you what, it's the same relative that keeps missing the 6 o'clock news because he don't know what time it comes on. I got an uncle that way. They did about my uncle. The bank called him up, told him that his account was overdrawn, so he mailed him a check. His dream in life is to own a 2-story mobile home. I told him, I said, Uncle Robert, there's no such thing. He says, well, they ought to be for people that's got money. Anyway, we was over at his house one night watching television. The Muppets had this TV special on. Miss Piggy come on the TV screen, and my uncle said, I bet you that's not a real pig, I just bet it ain't. I mean, I don't care how many degrees you got hanging on the wall, you can't argue with that idiot. Well, Uncle Robert, I believe you're right about that. Well, heck yeah, I'm right. Let me tell you something. I've been around pigs all my life. I will say this. From the neck up, the whole head. That looks authentic. But a real pig wouldn't wear a dress like that. He's the kind of guy that brags on his dog all the time. You ever heard somebody say this when they're bragging on their dog? They'll say, he don't know he's a dog. He don't. He thinks he's one of us. I tell him, I say, you paid $100 for that puppy. Get your money back. He's got brain damage. If he don't know he's a dog, he's going to spend his whole life running around wondering to himself, why am I barking? You know what we got now, what I think? It's what I call the pass the law generation. The pass the law generation. It's a whining. There's no, I ain't talking about the male species, they'll always be around. But men, as my father was, and as your father was, you know, we got the young generation of men coming along. This Phil Donahue Oprah syndrome got to them. You know, these non-smoking, granola munching, anemic-looking, limp-wristed house husband sons of This is right. Driving a Hyundai and like it. Love to go to the mall and pick out drape patterns. Here's why I call them the whining generation. You know, we've been electing them to office now. Here's how it works. That man just bought a handgun. Pass the law and make him stop. That man just lit a cigarette. Pass the law and make him stop. That man just got on a bicycle without a helmet. please pass a law and make him stop? That man just told an ethnic joke and it hurt my feelings. Could you please pass a law so he can't do that no more? Here's what got me on the subject, these curfew laws. As I travel from city to city, one after another are enacting curfew laws for teenagers. And here's the sad part, is that most adults, by the surveys they conduct, most adults now support curfew laws for kids. I don't. It scares me to death. For 70 years, when the Soviet Union had curfew laws for its private citizens, and let's define what a curfew law is. That's a form of government telling a private citizen what time he has to be back in his own driveway at night. Well, when the Soviet Union had those laws, and we still had men in this country, we would have gone to war over that. And now we got this young, wimpy, weak generation. They can't take care of their own damn 13-year-old kid. They want the mayor to do it. Ah, damn. Oh, it just, you think, listen, you think my daddy needed a law to get my butt home by 12? No. When my daddy made a threat, I knew he had the strength to follow through because I knew what he had for breakfast. Oh my, see, you got to learn to have a good time every day. No matter how much money you're making, what kind of job you got, what kind of house you live in, we all have a day that comes along where on that day, we feel kind of sorry for ourselves, like everybody around us has got a better life than us. They're making more money, they got a better house. And we're just tired of Chattanooga, tired of where we live, we're just bored, like the world is going by and leaving us behind. On a day like that, you need some excitement in your life, a spark to your day. You listen to what I'm telling you, I wouldn't lead you wrong. You try this sometime. It is against the law to go through a red light. It is not against the law to stop on green. I do that every once in a while. Oh, it's chaos. See, they didn't think anybody would ever do it. There's no law on the books. The policeman's going to pull you over and he's going to say, hey, you stopped on green. And you can say, yeah, I know. Have a good day. You ever heard somebody say this? I'm out of work, I don't have any money, I can't go anywhere, but I still like to see other people have a good time. Liars, liars, liars. I'm going to be honest with you, if I'm miserable, I'm going to mess up somebody's life. Here's what you can do. If you're not working, all you're doing is watching television. So anytime, Monday through Friday, right at lunchtime, when McDonald's is the busiest, go through their drive-in window, order a bunch of stuff, then pretend your car won't start. Just sit there and block the window. Sometimes you'll have cars lined up a half mile, and every one of them's got to be back to work in 30 minutes, except you. And you ain't got diddly squat today. Just get out and sit on the hood. Wave at them. You can talk to them if you want to. You can say things like, how long y'all get for lunch? Our parents worried about kids, and see, I've got a generation now who don't worry too much about kids because they're into the animal rights stuff. They're worrying about birds and bugs. This is the generation that set aside 2 million acres in the Pacific Northwest for the spotted owl. Are you happy about that? But brace yourself. 2 million acres for an owl. A bird. It's a bird. It's a damn bird. It's a bird. And they tell you so. Oh, they'll be on the Larry King show. Just on the verge of tears. Oh, Larry. There's just not very many of those owls left. And I'm like, so? When's the last time you walked into a pet shop and said, damn, you're out of owls? It's a bird. Here's what finally sent me over the top with these people. 3 years ago in California, Southern California, Los Angeles area, they stopped the construction of a new highway project. Now get this, $180 million was total cost, like a highway spur. This big area here is congested, the highway spur is going to relieve traffic this way. Got 1/3 completed, that's $60 million of our money they spent, tax dollars, and abandoned the project when they realized that this new highway was going directly into the nesting area of the endangered, long-tailed kangaroo rat. A rat. A damn rat. I don't care what they call it, picture it in your mind, it's a rodent. Every generation until this one, for 400 years, would see a rat go, there's a rat, kill it. These buffoons were jumping up and down going, stop the highway, there's a rat in the road. It's a damn rat. They tell us that this rat needs 2,000 acres. So it'll have room to mate. And you think I'm going to act like and just pretend that I'm some kind of pseudo-intellectual and like, oh yeah, let me tell you something. No. As a layman, a very simple-minded layman, here's what I know. When it comes to the human species, 2 full-size adults can mate in the back seat of a Honda Civic. And see, I think something else too. Don't worry about these celebrities. I'm so tired of these celebrities trying to tell you and me what our priorities ought to be. Save the environment. All these young couples now, they got 5 trash cans in their kitchen. They're so proud of themselves because they recycle. We recycle. They don't know where Junior is, but they know where the beer bottles fell. This is for cans, this is for plastic, this is for paper. Their lives are out of control, but damn it, they're going to save the earth. They do about these celebrity hypocrites. Next time you hear Barbara Streisand and those people talking about saving the environment, let's think about these people. They're the ones that went into Aspen, Colorado with their plastic teeth and their silicone and the bulldozers. And they uprooted trees that had been there for thousands of years to build their little 10,000 square foot weekend hideaway. Aspen is so congested now, they're trying to destroy Telluride, Colorado. Well, after these celebrities got all that built for themselves, now they're lecturing me and you on how to put 5 trash cans in our tiny kitchen to save a damn bush. Barbara Streisand can kiss my eyes. You know, so. And let's not worry about that spotted owl. See, you can't say these things at work. You can't, I mean, some of these things are in your gut you can't say. You may lose your job. That don't apply to me. I've already buried all the money I need. So I can tell you that I hope that damn owl dies. It's a bird, it don't do nothing. I'd like to be on the Oprah Winfrey show. Her said, Mr. Gregory, why did they invite you on the show today? I said, because I killed the spotted owl. Well, why did you do that? I said, because on my car. It's a changing world we're living in now. Oftentimes, these days, we don't even know our neighbor. We certainly don't know the couple 2 miles down the highway. We've now got strange people living in our communities. Damn strange. Like vegetarians. Trust me, those buffoons are out there. And you can't spot them. Hell, they look just like me and you. And you have to rent to them. It's the law. Vegetarians can live anywhere they want to. Just like regular Americans. These are now your neighbors. So now when you have a death in the family, it's these health-conscious people. And God bless them, they don't mean any harm. They just don't know any different. They're the ones that will show up at your front door in your time of grief with fruit. Well, hell, I'd just soon not lose a cousin. I just don't understand vegetarians. I could be driving down the highway and see a cow in a pasture. I'll get it. But I have never, not once in my life, and neither have any of you, not once, ever heard a vegetarian go, I smell squash. Before I get into the show, I want you to know that last weekend I had about 50 lottery tickets down in Florida. I didn't win shit. But I got some tickets this coming Saturday night, and I just might win the thing. And here's how you'll know if I do. You'll never see my fat ass again. I plan to be the first lottery winner ever that talks like I got a brain. I'm sick of them damn people. No matter how many millions they win, they always go, no, I ain't gonna quit my job. I was down there a few months ago when a man won 18 million. 18 million. Here's the question they asked this guy. What hopes, what dreams, what plans have you and yours had all your lives that you can now follow through with? And bless his heart, he said, well, I'm gonna either. Now, there's a key word right there. Either. Like with 18 million, he can't do both these damn things. You know? I'm going to either pay off my Ford Bronco or put a new roof on the house. I'm screaming at this guy going, let him repossess the truck and burn the damn house. You know? I guess he didn't want to mess up his credit. You know? I think I can speak for every sane American. Everybody's in this room tonight, especially me. If I ever win 18 million, or just one damn million, and they want me to say something, I'm going to tell them this. The following people can kiss my rich fat ass. Number one, my ex-wife. Powerball is $29 million. I've got 100 tickets and a gut feeling that I'm going to win the money. And here's how you'll know if I do. You'll never see my fat ass again. I know that here in Alabama you don't have a lottery, but when the jackpot gets like, to use your expression, way on up there, y'all will drive to the state line. But you just won't mess with it for $2 million. I know I got friends here in Birmingham, and I'll be talking to them on the phone from Atlanta, and I'll say, would you like me to get you some tickets this week? And they'll go, oh no, what's it up to? I go, well, it's just $2 million. They'll go, no, hell, I ain't gonna mess with it. Like if it's just $2 million, I just shouldn't stay here at Jiffy Lube. And you know what? You know people like this too. You know when you talk about winning the lottery, I think people are just embarrassed to admit that they would quit their job. People say this about winning the lottery and working, they'll go, oh, I don't think I'd quit working altogether. Now, what the hell does that mean? You got $15 million, but you're still going to get up early 2 mornings a week and go into Shoney's and set up that breakfast bar. Well, I'm the only one who knows how to do it. I mean, see, people ask me all the time. They say, now, James, I know you joke around a lot, but seriously, with the kind of job you've got, if you won that lottery, would you really quit working? I go, in a heartbeat. They go, well, what would you do? What would you do? I said, I'd sit on my front porch naked and wave at cars. See, if you've got $15 million, you can sit on your front porch naked. A family of 4 can drive by in a station wagon, and a little kid will point up there and go, look, Mama, that man's naked. She said, I know, honey, but he's got $15 million. I watched TV today. Out. Good. I think one reason got me on the subject, my father passed away a few months ago, 76 years old. Every time somebody that age passes on, I bet you think this too sometime, I do. I start to think whether we will ever see the likes of that generation again. And I sure do have my doubts. That generation of Americans, even though they were most uneducated of any of us, they had the most honor and dignity and self-respect and integrity and a thumbnail than the rest of the Americans got now in the whole damn body. See, you try to picture in your mind your mom and daddy, or your grandmother or grandfather, and do you think how unheard of it would be for them to actually sit in the living room hoping that some local or federal official will help them take the gun away from their boy? Oh, God. They'd have smacked some kid. They'd have half killed him himself. Now, I know it seems old-fashioned, but, you have to be reminded that generation of Americans didn't raise crack addicts and drive-by shooters. They raised damn kids. So, we got all these new words now that ain't working. Therapy, counseling. Yeah, my daddy took me to counseling, all right. How about this, bonding? Ain't that a new word? Bonded. It works like this. You're 35, your dad is 60. Have you bonded? Have you bonded? My father and I never bonded. We've posted bond for each other. Remember why you... Now, in case you all haven't noticed this so far, I'll point it out to you. I don't do any sexual or political humor, and I'll tell you why. I keep getting the two confused. Really, I was on this television show in New York some weeks ago, and they asked me, they said, what do you think about the Middle East position? Don't be getting ahead of me on this. I said, well, heck, I enjoyed it. But it hurt my wife's back. Do you ever think about what dumb things people say? Now, I don't mean dumb things that dumb people say. They're supposed to. Really, it's kind of like their job. I'm talking about the dumb things that intelligent, cultured, sophisticated people, like me and you. Y'all sitting there saying, us maybe. You know this television show, Knight Rider? The next time you're watching that show and there's other people in the room, somebody in the room, usually a college graduate, somebody will say, I'll bet you that's somebody else doing that voice. You feel like saying, boy, that education's paid off for you. But we don't, though. We say, oh, it probably is. Probably like it's open for debate. You know. And remember when you was a little kid, how somebody that you loved a lot would say things out of ignorance that would embarrass you sometime? My mother would do that. Somebody remember back in high school when you had to diagram sentences? My mother was at a PTA meeting. She asked my teacher, she said, how's Junior doing? That was me. Teacher said, well, he's doing pretty good, but he's having trouble with his dangling participle. True story, my mother says, well, he can't help it. It's been that way since he was 3 years old. What happened was he got it caught in the spokes of his tricycle. Oh, it was off, went right over the handlebars. He just laid out there and hollered and hollered. See, when you're a small child, the adult language doesn't make any sense. My mother would come out on the porch and she'd say, if you fall out of that tree and break your leg, I'm going to whip your butt. And I'm thinking, what a cool woman. Now, in case you all haven't noticed this so far, I'll point it out to you. I don't do any sexual or political humor, and I'll tell you why. I keep getting the two confused. Really, I was on this television show in New York some weeks ago, and they asked me, they said, what do you think about the Middle East position? Don't be getting ahead of me on these. I said, well, heck, I enjoyed it. But it hurt my wife's back. Do you ever think about what dumb things people say? Now, I don't mean dumb things that dumb people say. They're supposed to. Really, it's kind of like their job. I'm talking about the dumb things that intelligent, cultured, sophisticated people, like me and you. Y'all sitting there saying us, maybe. You know this television show, Knight Rider? The next time you're watching that show and there's other people in the room, somebody in the room, usually a college graduate, somebody will say, I'll bet you that's somebody else doing that voice. You feel like saying, boy, that education's paid off for you. But we don't, though. We say, oh, it probably is. Probably like it's open for debate. You know. And remember when you was a little kid, how somebody that you loved a lot would say things out of ignorance that would embarrass you sometime? My mother would do that. Somebody remember back in high school when you had to diagram sentences? My mother was at a PTA meeting. She asked my teacher, she said, how's Junior doing? That was me. Teacher said, well, he's doing pretty good, but he's having trouble with his dangling participle. True story, my mother says, well, he can't help it. It's been that way since he was 3 years old. What happened was he got it caught in the spokes of his tricycle. Oh, it was off, went right over the handlebars. He just laid out there and hollered and hollered. See, when you're a small child, the adult language doesn't make any sense. My mother would come out on the porch and she'd say, if you fall out of that tree and break your leg, I'm going to whip your butt. And I'm thinking, what a cool woman.